Just because somebody online says, well, here's the top 5 tricks to do this. Here's the top 10 supplements to accelerate your weight loss in the gym. Here's how to lose 10 pounds in 5 days. Here's how to do this. Here's how to do that. None of it matters. What matters is you deciding you're going to get in the gym or you're going to start exercising. You're going to make a difference. You don't have to have the perfect shoes. You don't have to have the perfect outfit. You don't have to have any of it. Just go, just move, just do things. Do what you like. Good morning and welcome to Old Man Energy. I'm your host, Flint Anderson. Thank you for joining us if this is your first time here. And if it is your return visit, then thank you for coming back to see us again and giving us more of your time. Hope you enjoy it, find some value. If you do, as always, please like and subscribe. Make sure you don't miss out on anything. And share this with your friends. Let them know that we're out there. And if I've got a message that you think might help them, we'll send it to them. We hope to make a difference in as many lives as possible. That being said, this one's going to be a bit of a rant today. So hold on. Started out to do a short about this after the gym and realized I had a lot more to say than what was currently on my mind. So I figured I'd turn this into an episode. I am just absolutely sick and tired of watching so-called influencers and fitness people on the internet just destroy and trample all over everybody else's dreams and goals and fitness. And it's making me sick. And there was an episode a couple of weeks ago about don't be a dick in the gym. Well, there's more to it than that, guys. Listen, and this may hurt some of y'all newbies' feelings that are getting started out there, but it's fine because somebody's got to say it. And there's too many people just not doing things that they need to be doing. 95% of all the bullshit that you see online and that you are doing before you go to the gym or feel like you have to do before you go to the gym is a waste of time or money or both. It doesn't matter. When you start working out, most everything that you have, the supplements, the perfect clothes, the lifting accessories, whatever, none of them are necessary and none of them are going to apply to you. They are all just being sold to you because either they're designed for for people that are more advanced lifting or to solve a problem, or they're designed just to extract money from you because you're excited. And in our excitement, we tend to spend money doing things and spend money on things. We all do it. There's nothing wrong with it. You shouldn't feel bad about it. But at the same time, that should not keep you from doing or accomplishing what you want to do. What you'll find yourself doing is you'll find yourself tracking just mindless things and pointless things or not doing things because you don't have the right setup or what have you. Let me give you some examples. Somewhere back in the history in one of my truck talks, I talked about almost not going in the gym because I forgot my headphones one day. Let that sink in for a minute. And this was a couple years ago. I don't even remember when it was. Yes, I went in the gym and yes, I worked out. And just for a disclaimer, I am a Legionnaire for Phorm and I do use their supplements. I wear a lot of their gear. I do have lifting gear. I have the clothes that I want, all of that stuff. But the thing is none of it's necessary when you first start. When I first started, I hadn't bought a particular supplement at all. Everything that I use or take was to solve a problem. The reason that I use Phorm stuff and became a Legionnaire for them is because I decided it was the best for me. But when I first did 75 hard, when I first started lifting weights, I didn't use or do anything. I showed up in a cutoff t-shirt and a pair of old gym shorts, and that was it. There wasn't a pre-workout. There wasn't a post-workout. There wasn't a protein shake. There wasn't this supplement. There wasn't perfect clothes. There wasn't this lifting straps. There wasn't this famous belt. There wasn't anything. It was just me, my coach, and showing up lifting weights, showing up to move around, showing up to make a difference and to get in better shape. And that's the thing, guys. You may use these apps and they have you measure and they give you this fancy weight loss goal, which is broken down by metrics and body size. And just you measure all of this shit that doesn't matter on the front side. You know what? Maybe 10 years down the road, 5 years down the road, you're in amazingly good shape and you're building your body. And now you're to the point where, you know what, every little tweak can make a difference because you're wanting to go from that 96, 97% to that 98, 99%. But initially, and most of the time that you're there lifting, you don't need all of this additional stuff and you don't need to feel bad because you don't have it. Just because somebody online says, well, here's the top 5 tricks to do this. Here's the top 10 supplements to accelerate your weight loss in the gym. Here's how to lose 10 pounds in 5 days. Here's how to do this. Here's how to do that. None of it matters. What matters is you deciding you're going to get in the gym or you're going to start exercising. You're going to make a difference. You don't have to have the perfect shoes. You don't have to have the perfect outfit. You don't have to have any of it. Just go, just move, just do things. Do what you like. Same thing in the routine. Somebody mentioned on one of my posts, I don't even know where it was, is, oh man, you can't squat every day that you're in the gym. You can't do that. Well, I took a picture today and posted it up, and I'm going to say that's bullshit too, because you know what? Everybody's workout routine is different. And every time we go to the gym, every time we go to walk, every time we go to exercise or whatever it is, to jujitsu or whatever it is that you guys do that gets you in shape, your workout, your routine is different. Yes, it's based on a set of principles, but those principles are not based on anything else other than the requirements of the discipline that you're practicing and your ability and your desire. That's it. Now, you need to push yourself a little bit so desire comes into it to get you out the door, but you got to be willing to put up with some of the pain and some of the aggravation while you're out there. But don't go around telling people that you can't do this and you can't do that. You know what? My workout routine is my entire body every day. And some days I go to the gym 3 or 4 days a week, and some days I go 6 or 7. And sometimes I only go twice. And you know what? It doesn't matter. And when I'm there, I do legs and I do back and I do arms and I do shoulders and I do everything every day. My workout is designed specifically to get my joints moving and to keep my rheumatoid arthritis at bay. The secondary piece of that has become, because I've been doing that consistently for a long time now, is that I started to look different so that I was able to start putting on muscle mass and what have you. The other piece of this is I got on the scale this morning. And why? I don't know, because losing weight right now is not my goal. I'm not in a cut season. I'm not in a cutting season. I'm not looking to lose weight right now. I would be happy if I were 10 pounds lighter, but you know what? I'm really excited about putting on additional muscle mass and hitting the gym a lot harder than I have been here for the past 6 months. So that's my goal. But for whatever reason, my stupid ass got on the scale this morning. It read 237. Now, mind you, if you go back and look, I was pushing 300 pounds. I think 280 was my max, and 260 was, I walked around at that for a long time. I was fat as hell. My waist has gone down significantly. I look different than I used to. I'm really happy with the way that I look, but I looked at that number on the scale and I started to get disappointed in myself. And I was like, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck this scale. Screw that. That's not the point. The point is sometimes we get so used to looking at different metrics that we forget they don't apply to our goals and what we want. So it's real important, guys. You got to remember why you're out there doing this, why you're out there exercising. Are you doing it to get in shape? Are you doing it to lose some weight? Are you doing it so you look good naked? Are you doing it because you want to be more attractive to your spouse? And yes, that's a valid reason. And people get on there and tell you that's not a valid reason. You should only do this for yourself. Well, you know what? If you've made this choice to travel through life with somebody, you should probably care about what their opinion is. Do you have to? No. Again, it's a personal choice. But the thing is, it's not for me to tell you what to do. It's for you to tell you what to do, and don't let anybody else do it either. If you want to go and lift weights at the gym, go start lifting weights at the gym. You can suck at it for a while. It's okay. Do it. Go enjoy yourself. Go figure it out. Go figure out what routine works for you. Try one. Stick with it for a little while. If you don't like it, do something else. The point is to get in there and get moving and to push yourself as hard as you can every day. That's the point. It's not, oh my God, I need to have this pre-workout. If I don't drink this these are thoughts that have gone through my head, so just bear with me. If I don't have this particular pre-workout, then I'm not going to have as good a lift at the gym, or I need this exact mix of post-workout protein and this and that. And my online friends say that don't ever waste a workout. That's a thing I heard in relation to a post-workout shake. Guys, I do a post-workout shake because I'm hungry when I leave the gym. I go to the gym fasted most times, and you got a bunch of people out there that say that don't work out fasted. It's not good. It's not healthy. This and that. Well, you know what? Keeps me from puking. So I work out fasted. I usually have some pre-workout, but my pre-workout, sometimes I don't have that. I have water. Sometimes I drink black coffee before I go to the gym. It doesn't matter. Go enjoy yourself. You're going to go walking. You're going to go running. Do what you need to do. For a long time, this will get you where you want to go. Now, you know what? You may reach a point where Okay, my joints hurt. Again, this is normal. My joints hurt. Mine started off hurting, so we're going to accept that. But they started hurting differently. I don't know. That seems a stupid way to describe it, but that's what happened. They just started hurting differently. So what does that mean? Well, I don't know. I did some research, started looking some stuff up. Well, you know what? Can't take Advil by the handful for the rest of my life. That's not healthy. So what could be causing this? Well, a lot of places say collagen. Okay, well, let me take a collagen supplement for a week or two. Let's see if that helps. It did. I've since moved on to something else. I don't take collagen on a regular basis anymore because I don't need it. So don't keep taking something or doing something because you need it. I take a lot of supplements, but each one I tested and it solved a specific problem for me. My multivitamin, I take the multifactor by First Form. This is not a First Form advertisement, guys. I'm just using this as an example of why I do what I do and where all this came from. So I need a multivitamin. Well, I'm real concerned about absorption. So what did I do? Before I found the microfactor from First Form, I tried the multivitamins from Walmart or from BJ's or wherever we bought them from. Well, turns out that I wasn't absorbing them because my body wasn't breaking down the coating on them. Good friend of mine talked about that. Well, what was the solution for that? Go buy some more expensive vitamins. No, I broke them in half. Swallowed them, tasted like ass, but they worked. And then my body started absorbing them, started feeling better, started experimenting with different vitamins and came to the conclusion, okay, I like these the best. Same with greens. And the point is I eat a lot of protein and I eat way too much protein. I'm not a carb guy. I don't really like breads and pastas and cakes and cookies and all that stuff. And it's not well, I'm a low carb guy and I'm not allowed to have that. So I'm going to. Okay, so what? It doesn't mean I can't go to the gym and work out. Same thing for the other supplements, the other weightlifting supplements, or whatever it is. Don't let that stand in your way. You know what? If you show up to the gym and you forgot your headphones, you don't have a water bottle, well, they got a water fountain there, or you can buy a bottle of water in the gym as a general rule. You don't have any pre workout. It might not have as good a workout as I would before. Well, who told us that caffeine and sugar and some B12 are what's necessary to have a good workout? Who sets that bar? Who makes that bar? The same person that says you can't do squats every time you're in the gym, or you can't do legs every time you show up, or you can't do your entire body every time you show up. Nobody sets that bar for you. You set that bar for yourself. So those of you that are out there trying to make a difference in people's lives, quit telling them what they have to do and they don't have to do before they get there. Give them some tips and tricks. That's cool. I mean, there's all kinds of different ways to lift weights, and there's different things that I like to try in the gym, and 5 different tricks for lifting better biceps or hitting muscles or what have you. But you know what? Not the point. The point is if you get in the gym and you move your body and you're eating correctly, then you're going to make a difference. You're going to start seeing a difference. Now, will you plateau and need to fix something? Yes. But at that point, then you're responding to something. You're not just reacting to it. Then it's time to either seek out more help or try and figure it out. But the time to do that is not every day after every workout. I guess go to the gym and lift. On days that I've done fasts and gone and lifted, you know what? I'd show up and drink water before, drink water after. Well, that's not good. You're going to start burning muscle mass, this and that. Well, you know what? The goal of a fast is not to gain muscle at that particular time. The goal of a fast is to cleanse the body and go into autophagy and just clear yourself out. For me, it helps me clear my mind. It helps me focus and it helps me work on my mental toughness. Well, I'm not going to not lift in the middle of that. Maybe I don't lift as heavy. That's bullshit. I always tell myself I'm going to go to the gym. It's going to be a light session today. I'm just going to, and then I end up putting on some Slaughter to Prevail or some Cannibal Corpse and just absolutely slaying it. It doesn't matter. I've come to realize that when I go to the gym, I'm going to move as much heavy shit around as I can, no matter what. And I take a lot of flack for it and I take a lot of shit for it because, oh, you can't do this or you post your workouts or this or that. Well, you know what? I don't use an app for my workouts. I've been lifting for a long time. I track my workouts in a book whenever I'm trying to accomplish something specific. But when I'm not trying to accomplish something that requires that level, I know what my maxes are. I know what my weights are and I push them every time. So, oh, you're not having an effective workout if you're not using this app or you're not tracking this or you're not doing this in this exact order, this specific order. It does not matter. Get out there and move. Do what you can. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for the perfect clothes. Don't wait for the perfect combination. Do it when you feel good. Do it when you feel bad. Do it when you don't want to do it, especially when you don't want to do it. Do it when you do want to do it. Do it with your friends. Do it by yourself. Whatever. Get out there and move. Quit listening to people that are so excited to tear you down just so they can sell you something to build you back up that it makes a difference in their life, not yours. And that's the problem. Is somebody that sells you something, they may sell it with good intentions, but ultimately they're selling it to benefit themselves. And anybody that sells something that says it's not benefiting them, immediately don't trust them. They're lying about it. They may be trying to solve a problem for you, but you are solving problems most of the time that you don't need to solve. You do not need to have these specific measurements and these grams. You don't need to try and calculate the macros in your mouthwash. And yes, I've seen people ask that question before. It doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt anything. If you screw up and you have a piece of cake, it's not going to kill you. Is it good long term? No. If you're doing 75 hard and cake is not on your diet, which it never is, then you know what? Then it's going to impact some things in your life. But if you're lifting every day and you have a piece of cake and you screw up, or maybe you overeat a little bit, it's not the end of the world. It's not time to give up. Best analogy that I've got for this is if somebody were to give you $365 and you drop a $10 bill, you're not going to throw away the $355 because you dropped 10. That's the same analogy as the days in a year. If you mess up a couple of times, so what? Most of the time, if you're consistent all the time, if you're consistent as much of the time as you can be, you're going to be fine. You won't even remember those off days. Or if you do remember them, you just remember them as an example of what not to do or something that didn't hurt you long term. Guys, this should be a positive experience. Listen, I want each and every one of you guys to succeed. Now, I'm going to address this one more time too. The reason that I am associated with Phorm, especially after that rant about you don't need all that stuff, is because their products have solved some specific problems for me. Their protein powder, I was having trouble hitting my protein goal. So I started buying their protein powder and I went through a bunch of different protein powders and tried them all out. I like theirs the best. A multivitamin, I'm going to encourage you to take a good multivitamin, but it's not the end of the world if you don't. If you do take a good multivitamin, make sure you're absorbing the maximum amount in it possible. If you like to use a pre-workout, you know what? Don't jump right in and buy the most expensive one, man. Try whatever. There's all kinds of different mixtures. There's different ways to do it. If you're a caffeine junkie, then maybe you need a little more. Maybe you need a little less. Maybe you don't need any at all. But test, experiment, and try, and get out there and do what you need to do. And you don't need all the fancy lifting equipment. I'm not even going to get into all of that. You don't need all that up front. You just need a will and a desire to get in there and make a difference. My app, quote unquote, for tracking stuff initially was a steno book. Pause this for anybody under 35 that doesn't know what a steno book is and go look it up. Basically a spiral notebook that opens at the top. It's smaller and has a line down the middle of it. I think they were used in court reporting at one time. I don't know. I date the top of the page. On the left, I log my food. On the right, I log my workout. I draw a line about this far from the bottom. And on the right, I track how much water I'm drinking because I need to know those things. I need to know how much water I'm drinking, what have you. On the left, on the right, doesn't matter what side. But on the other side, if I'm doing a walk or I'm doing some additional exercise in addition to my lift, that's where I track that. That's it. And sometimes I'll jot down how I feel at the bottom whenever I start working out and whenever I don't. And whenever I stop working out, I'll put down at the bottom of the page how I feel. For years, I have so many of these books saved over the years, it's ridiculous. Just to fill a book up, now I can go back and look at it. I can see, I can track my progress. I know when I was eating like shit. I know when I was eating good. And I was able to identify things and problems that I needed to solve that were going to make me more effective and happier for myself in the gym, not for anybody else. So whatever you decide to do, one, don't tear people down because they're, oh, well, you're not doing it my way, so you're doing it wrong. Don't be that guy. Don't ever be that guy. And number two, get out there and do it yourself. Get out there and encourage it. If you think somebody's doing it wrong, go out there and try it their way for a while before you tell them they're doing it wrong. See if it works. You might like it. Who knows? I don't know. I do some pretty radical stuff, especially when it comes to my eating as well. As a general rule, I don't eat carbs and proteins together. I eat them as separate meals. I've done that for years, since the early 2000s. Started doing it because of heartburn and just continue doing it because I like the way I feel when I do it and I feel like crap when I don't. There's all kinds of articles out there talking about how that's healthy to do, food separating is healthy to do, and there's all kinds out there that say it doesn't matter and it doesn't make a difference one way or the other. I happen to believe it does and it helps for me. The point is to get out there and figure out what you guys are doing. Listen, I want to hear about your success stories. I want to hear about your wins. I want to hear about the ways you've gone against every odd and circumstance, got in the gym and made a difference, or got out there and run and made a difference, got out there and walked and made a difference. Let me hear about your wins, guys, in the comments. Shoot me a message. I love y'all. Peace.